am Shaylee Kelman, and I am 12 years old.
My name is Shaylee Kelman, and I am 22 years old. So I grew up right here in Burbank with my family. I grew up a pretty energetic and active child. I grew up dancing from the age of 2. I also did softball and soccer. That didn't last very long, as well as I did this with my sisters. What got me into dancing was my mother. She grew up dancing also, and her best friend opened a dance studio in 2005. So I was kind of thrown into dancing, even though I'm very thankful for it. I started dancing when I was around 2-3 years old. I would say that dancing was my identity growing up. All I did was dance. I basically lived at the studio. Since my mom owned it, I was at every single rehearsal, every single class. I did tap, ballet, hip-hop, contemporary, jazz, musical theater, acting. I did it all. I would say that growing up, that my dance studio was my second home. Dance did take a very big emotional toll on me when I was younger, especially ballet, just because there's a very specific look when you're doing ballet. I would often come in every time to my dance class. I think it started around when I want to say 10 years old, and the teachers started looking at our bodies more and would throw little comments saying oh, I can see your lunch. That was a really big comment we got all the time. Ballet is not the greatest if you want to feel confident in your body, just because it has a very specific look. So I currently do not dance still. I stopped dancing around the end of 2020. My last performance dancing was December 2019, which was the Nutcracker. It was my very last Nutcracker. I had been doing Nutcracker since I was 5 years old. So from 5 every single year up to when I was 17, basically, about to graduate. That was my very last dance performance. And then I danced a little for my last semester of senior year, and then pandemic happened, and basically all dance studios were closed, and then I was in college, and film basically took up most of my time. So the biggest advice I would give a person who wants to dance, not even just a kid, honestly, you could start now, is if you love it, just do it. I loved dancing. And I didn't, deep down, I didn't really care what my ballet teacher said about my body, the physical look of it. I took his corrections and everything, but, I just love dancing, and you don't need to look a certain way to dance. Dancing is an expression of yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you're doing it wrong, you can't dance. Just do what you love. Dance.